Number 47. Look at the two triangles ABC and CDE, and given this information, let's decide whether or not we have enough to decide they're similar. Now, first of all, I'm going to remind us that the only ways that something can be similar is if they have side, 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 all the sides are proportional, side, angle, side, two sides, and the included angle is proportional, or angle, angle. All of their angles, or two of their angles, are congruent. Each one of these is like 3 different problems, so we're going to treat it that way. First, we are told that AB is parallel to DE. Now, every time we tell you about parallel lines, we want you to include all the information that you learned about parallel lines, specifically those angles that are congruent. And in this case, that would be angle B and angle D are congruent because they are alternate interior angles. And angle A and angle E are congruent because they are alternate interior angles. So we have enough to show that these are congruent because in both of them we have 2 angles, angle, angle. All right, part B. I'm going to erase this information because we can no longer have that. And we're going to start out by talking about BC is 14, AC is 16, DC is 21, and CE is 24. Now, there's one other piece of information I can add to this, and I can add that these angles either side of C are congruent because they're vertical angles. So we can use that information as well. Okay, setting up a proportion is the way that we're going to check to see whether or not the sides are proportional. So I'm going to set up one proportion here in the top triangle, 14 over 16, small over large, in terms of the numbers I have, and 21 over 24, small over large in the other triangle. I wouldn't switch these. I know that 14 and 24 are on the same side, but there's no way that 14 that's smaller than 16 is going to pair up with 24, a number that's bigger than 21. So it has to be this way. Now I'm going to cross multiply to check this proportion. 14 times 24 and I'm going to see, is it equal to 21 times 16? Check on your calculator, and yes. 14 times 24 is 336. 16 times 21 is 336. So since 336 is equal to 336, yes, these are proportional by side, angle, side. These are similar by side, angle, side. All right, last problem. Let's start with a blank slate. I can add back in those vertical angles. Now I'm going to label it. AB is 10, BC is 20, DE is 20, and CD is 40. Now looking at this, I can see if I multiply 10 by 2, I get 20, and 20 by 2, I get 40, which implies that the sides are proportional. However, the angle that I know is congruent is not inside. It's not included in the angle. The included angle would be B and D. And since I don't have enough information to say that B and D are congruent, I don't have side, angle, side. So unfortunately, no, C does not give us similar triangles.